Hi guys, welcome back. It's Lauren here, aka Flossabilities, back with another Flosstube. I think this is number 32, but I'll need to check. I should have checked before I started. Today is Saturday, the 3rd of July. It's about 9:30 in the morning, and I'm back to review my May stitching. I hope everyone is getting on well. Summer has definitely come to the UK. It's been glorious the last few days. Not yet at heat wave level, so we're coping, but we've definitely had the fans on at the moment. I've changed my display up a bit. We've got a few shells now just to celebrate the summer season. Definitely need to have some summer cross stitch up. I'm just glad I've got my all year round pieces still, but yeah, I definitely like something summery to add to the display. So yes, we'll have to work on that eventually. I just first wanted to give a big thank you to everyone who watched, liked, commented on my last video with Mama Flossabilities. She made her first appearance. If you haven't seen it, go check out that video. And she was really nervous, and you guys have just been brilliant. You've just made her feel so welcome. I literally screenshotted every time you commented and sent it to her because she was just as part of the process to make it. And I think that gave her a big smile and made her feel very welcomed in the community. So thank you so much. And I think I have convinced her to do another one with me in the future. So maybe end of summer, around Christmas time as well. We'll do one together. But for now, it's just little old me and my crazy stitching. Right, what have we got for you today? So this is my any other business section. So in this today, I've got one shout out. I've got some haul because in May it was my birthday, and so I've got some lovely stitchy presents from my family and partner. Just a couple of things I wanted to show you, and then I've also had a finish, and therefore I get to do a new start. If you watch my channel often, you'll know that I don't have any secret whips. What you see is what I'm stitching on, and it's only until I finish something I get to start something else. So I just wanted to share what I will be getting to start in June because of the finish. More on that in a bit. And then that's it. Then I'll pause and I'll come back and do the whips as usual. Okay, so firstly, I just wanted to give a big shout out to Microbologist Makes. This lovely lady followed me on Instagram, and I followed her back and then found out she had a YouTube channel, subscribed straight away, was watching her, and to my surprise saw a pain-free craft chart come up, and she had just started it, and she gave me a shout out too, and I hadn't even realised if I hadn't started following on Instagram. So thank you so much for your lovely shout out, and I just want to do the same because her projects are stunning. And she is such a lovely, intelligent lady. So if you could please go and have a look at Microbiologist Makes, and have a look at her channel and give her some love and support. Fabulous. Okay, let's do the finish next. So this is really annoying, but I can't show you the finish. The finish is the one I'm doing for the retreat in July, the Floss Friends UK retreat. Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat, so I'll have a sip of coffee. So in May, I finished this piece, so I'm really happy about it. It's come out gorgeous, and all I need to do now is FFO it. So it's such a weight off knowing that it's finished and done. And that was in my ornament section of my rotation, which is allotted 3 days a month. So it's done now. And it means I can go back to my original plan of working on some ornaments for a rubber tree I have. If you haven't seen it, I've shown it in past videos. It's literally like an ornament tree made of rubber, and I painted it white to brown. And I wanted to hang some ornaments. So I've got some kind of physical ornaments I put on for the season, but I wanted some cross-stitch ornaments. So I'm going to try and do for every season or celebration, you know, like Christmas, Halloween. So now that I've done the retreat pattern, and I've also finished some of the pillows I wanted to, again, view in prior videos, I get to finally start something for this tree. So I'm going to show you that now, what I get to start, because especially because I can't show you the finish. I will be able to show you the finish in beginning of August's video reviewing July and what happened at the retreat, and I can then show you, because the person who received it, what I made. So it will come up soon. Okay, so my new start is going to be, sorry, I've got such a frog in my throat today. Banish the frog. Right, I have had these in my stash for ages, so I'm showing you the three patterns. Carrots. This is what I want to start for my ornament tree. So the first one is called, it's the Cricket Collection, Rabbit's Big Day. So ultimately you've got 2 rabbits getting married. Very, very sweet. Then we've got Rabbit's Delight. So I just think it's things that delight a rabbit on here. So there's radishes, carrots, chicks, basket full of eggs. And then this one is called Rabbit's Garden. So just all the things you'd find in a garden that a rabbit might inhabit, I guess. So what I've done is, I'm going to start with this one because I know I'm doing both of these. So my plan is to have, it'll be 8 in total, because there is actually 10 patterns here, but I'm only going to do 8. So I'm going to do the 2 rabbits, and I've decided they're the only rabbits I'm actually having. On this Rabbit's Delight, there is another bunny, but I'm going to leave him and just make them 2 like the focus rabbits, and then I'll do the other 3. And then I can't remember on this one which one I've chose not to do, because I've actually bought these need buttons, and I've already bought the buttons I need for the ones I want to do. So I just need to kind of sit and work out which ones it was. But I'm going to start with these 2 anyway, because I know I'm definitely doing them. And I've actually kitted up the Mr. Rabbit. So these are all the colours that I use. I'm just put them in floss away bags because it's a small amount. So I've already labelled and just got the bag ready. So I'm going to start in June on my 3-day rotation for ornaments, this guy here. And the fabric I've bought, so I didn't get the call for, but this, I hope you'll agree, is absolutely perfect for this. So this is, if I can find the label, I think it's a week's 30 count carrot linen. Look at that colour, guys. Oh, that is just perfect. And what's great is in the piece, for certain areas it says, if you're working on a carrot coloured piece, you don't need to colour in. So for those who are not, they've got like extra stitching to like, for example, here they would have made you stitch in a carrot colour, but I won't need to do that because I've bought this. So it's obviously darker than what they're showing, but it might also be just the light on the photo. But that carrot linen, I just think is absolutely stunning. So what I'm going to do is, before I start, I'm going to take this piece of fabric and I'm going to get some sulky and just grid it into 8 segments so that I've got enough room for each. I've got it in here, the backing fabric already. So this is what I was originally going to back my Easter flat fold in, and then fought against it. And then I realised this would work really nice for this. So I've already got my backing fabric, which is this, and it's just carrots. So I think this looks lovely together. And the plan is, it comes with a silhouette to do this. I'm gonna stitch it, cut out the carrot silhouette, back it with this, and then they use like a sheer ribbon to create the stem of the carrot to hang it from. And then I've got my cry knit maker to do some cords. So it's a very makey piece, but I knew that because I obviously am making ornaments for this tray. But yeah, that's gonna be my my new start in June, because I'm rewarding myself for finishing the retreat pattern, and I'll just find at some point during a weekend to actually do the making of that. So that's my new start. So I'm back to 6 whips that you can actually see now, because I had 6, but you're only seeing 5 because of them. Okay, oh, I didn't put the fabric away. Right, birthday haul. So I've just got a couple of bits to show you. Oh, actually, before I show you that, while I've just mentioned finishing the retreat pattern, I'm going to a retreat Sunday the 30th of July. It's a Floss Friends UK retreat. There are still tickets available on the Saturday, Sunday, or for both. It's obviously coming up. It's a summer retreat. Myself and Mama will be there, and I believe Mama Loves You GB, Michelle, will be there also. She's going the weekend, I think, and I'm going with Mama on the Sunday. We're driving up. So if you have not yet been to a retreat, or you've not worked out what you're doing for summer yet, and you want to have a look into this, I would encourage you highly to reach out to Little Loops, which is Sammy. She's the main organizer, or you can message Andrea on Instagram. I'll put both ladies' Instagram handles. Sammy's got a Floss Friends email, I can put that at the bottom, and also there is a Facebook group, Floss Friends UK. The last one I went to was absolutely fabulous. I would highly recommend, if you're thinking of going to a retreat, please come and say hi to me and Mama, and I'm sure Michelle will say the same. Yeah, it would be absolutely lovely to see you there. So yeah, if you're thinking about it, please go and get them last minute tickets before they go. Okay, thanks guys. Right, the haul, sorry. The haul. Right, so the first thing that Mama got me, which I love because I've been seeing these all over, is Mama got me a tacky bill. I haven't opened it yet, but I think most of you know what it is, but I'll show you just in case it's not. There is one, I think, called Tacky Bob as well. I think this is just a variant of it. So ultimately, it's a box that opens, if I can open it. I've opened it. And inside, you have 2 sticky sides so that you can put your beads in the tray and be able to pick them up with your needle without them rolling everywhere. It's a great invention. I've got some beading coming up with Eggs All Around, so this was much appreciated from Mama. And it's got this kind of school kind of theme letters on. It's very cool. So this was from Mama, my tacky bill. And then my partner surprised me with 2 PDFs that I wanted, and I'm going to put a picture of these here. So the first one is Return of Ulysses. So we'll just keep that up for a minute. This is a pain-free crafts chart by the artist Chris Dunn. If you've watched me now, you'll know that that's pretty much all the full coverage I do. I have, I think, about 30 now to do. And I know you probably think I'm crazy, but there has been actually more released than what I'm showing you. And even though I love all of them in their own way, I will be selective and say, right, of them 5 that are released, them 3 speak to me, or I want to stitch them 3. So I only get the ones I kind of want to actually stitch and I think would work in our home. So this was one of them. This is where Mr. Toad has, I think, escaped from jail, and he's finally taken back Toad Manor from the weasels, and so they've just gone into attack. But what a great fun scene this is. So that's that one. And then he also got me this one. This is Ratty writing poetry, and I think it's just stunning. It's a beautiful, like, it looks like a summer's day scene. He's got the windows open, you can see outside. It's just, oh, it's just joy. It's just, I can't wait to stitch that, and all the greens, and then the inside of Ratty's home. It's absolutely beautiful. So I've got 2 more added to my collection. I need about 4 lifetimes to do these. But yeah, so I've got 2 more Chris Dunns from my lovely partner. And then from Mama and Father Flossabilities, I asked Mama if she could get me another project bag. At the present moment, I had 2. I had a winter one and what I would consider like a Halloweeny spooky one. In my mind, I wanted 6. I wanted one for each season, so spring, summer, autumn, winter. But then I wanted one that was Christmassy and one that was, yeah, that was it. That was 6. Yeah, that's right. No, hang on. Winter, summer, spring, autumn, Halloween and Christmas. Yeah, so in my mind, I wanted 6 because I only will ever have 6 whips. It's kind of my maximum. And what I'm then doing is with the old plasticky kind of vinyl project bags, I'm using them to keep projects in that are ready to go but not in my main rotation. I just want to kind of use these 6 project bags as my main rotation ones. So I asked Mama, because I saw this fabric on Little Loops, that's Sammy again from the retreat. She makes project bags. She does loads of things. She has her own website. I always put this down in the description box for full coverage patterns. She makes her own patterns. There's nothing this lady can't do. But she makes the most beautiful bags. And I asked for this one and Mama very kindly ordered it with Sammy. So let me just show you this. This is a Beatrix Potter Christmas project bag. Isn't that stunning? The minute I saw it was Beatrix Potter and at Christmas, I absolutely fell in love and had to have it. It's got this beautiful tree ornament. And not only that, but Mama went the extra mile and ordered one of the little pouches that matches, so that I can like put my thread in here or some extra bits for stitching, but it just matches with the bag. So she very kindly got me the little one as well as the big one. And then Sammy, because she's very naughty, thank you so much, Sammy. She sent Mama an extra bag for me. She just made me an extra bag. And what was perfect is it was a spring one and I hadn't got that yet. I've now got spring, winter, Christmas and Halloween. So I'm on the hunt, Sammy, for autumn and summer at the retreat. So I'll see what's on offer there. So she made me this beautiful, it's full, I've put some in it, I'm going to show you in a minute, beautiful spring bunny. And I've put in my new project in that because how perfect is that? The carrots and spring and Easter in the spring bunnies bag. So I'm just so grateful, and it's got a beautiful long tug. These bags are just lovely. I honestly would highly recommend reaching out to Sammy on Facebook. And not only that, but did she include one of her patterns? So these are one of the patterns that Sammy had made. Look at this. Spring and the beautiful purple bunny. Spring bunny, Little Loops. Absolutely gorgeous. So she also included that in the spring bag very, very, very generously. Thank you so much. I can't wait to do this. I'm going to have a think about what I want to stitch it on. Quite like the lemon that it's shown on. But that's absolutely gorgeous. Fabulous. What's funny is Sammy's actually included about the Big Stitch event that I was just, there's another one in July 24. And if you haven't heard of that, it's called the Big Stitch event, and you can go to www.bigstitchevents.com. That's the one with the guest designer Jacob at Modern Folk Embroidery. So that's another one for not this year, next year. I'm still trying to work out with Mama if we're going to be able to go. It's really hard because we're not, eventually me and my aunt will be moving house and we're not sure if that's going to be next year, and I didn't want to commit to something and find out I couldn't go. So we're still kind of working that one out. But this one in 23, 29th and 30th of July, I am so excited. I can't wait. It's been... yeah, it'll be a year in October since I went to my last one, so I'm itching to get back. But that's it, guys. That was my haul and shout out. I think I've done everything. A new start. So we'll just pause here and then we'll go on to the whips. Okay, see you in a minute, guys. Bye. Hi guys, back with the whip section now. So let's review May. Okay, so in my needle, what's it called again? Needlework press calendar book. This is what I did for May. So I've got some spring things here, maypole. I put some stickers where there was birthdays, and obviously the coronation of the king happened in May, so I put a crown in there. But yes, this was my May. So May was a bit of a funny month. So I've got some projects I'm really happy with the progress on, and there are some projects that I'm not. It's just been one of those months. I think it's for a few reasons. I've been really busy at work, and then it's got a bit warmer, and I do tend to drop my stitching a bit when it gets warmer. So potentially it's going to kind of decline over the next few months, but I do try and put something in every night. And as I said, some projects got a good amount, but some didn't. But anyway, we'll go through them. So the first project I worked on in May was actually my Sleepy Hollow pattern, and it was the last one I worked at the end of April, so it ended up being like a nice big run, which was good. This is a real big focus of mine. I'm actually, once I've stitched it in June and had it, so this one gets 5 days rotation every month. If I'm feeling that it needs a bit more time after the 5 days, there's a chance in June I'm going to not work on Wind and the Willows, Sal, for June, and just give this 10 days instead, because the goal is I want it done by end of September at the latest, so I can try and finish it for October. So let me show you. This is Cricket Collection Sleepy Hollow. Fabulous piece, and I'm trying to do it in this flat fold manner, so I've got kind of gaps between my panels so that I can attach them to a flat fold type ornament I'm going to do at the end, hopefully. Last time you saw it, all this, no, not that side is completely not done, sorry. All this panel was done. I've done the mount hill here, the word Sleepy Hollow and Ichabod, and the side of them trees. So in the 5 days, anything you see after that is what I've done. I'm doing this on Haunted Belfast linen, and this is where we are up to, if I can get it all in. I did iron these recently, but then they're already creasing in the bag. So I'll give you far out first, and then I'll go in, so you can see mainly what's been stitched this rotation. Okay, so firstly, I did the Headless Horseman. I absolutely love him. Working on that pumpkin and the cape, oh, it was so much fun. So yeah, that was a main bulk of the stitching. And then I managed to do the silhouette of the tree as well in that 5 days. And then what I did was, there was 31 days in this month. So because my rotation is based on 30 days, there being 31 gave me a day to stitch on what I wanted. And because this is obviously a focus, I chose this piece. So on the 31st, I just did the leaves on the tree, the fallen leaves at the bottom, and the line of road. So all I've got left on this panel is the 2 pumpkins at the bottom here, and this tiny edging of this tree which falls into this panel. So I'm hoping I can get that part done quite quick in my 5 day rotation this month, and just see where I get to in the new panel. And if I'm worried that I'm not going to have enough time to get this done for Halloween, then I will just work on it again another 5 days and take something out. Like I said, it's probably Wind in the Willows, because that's miles away. It's not going to make a big difference if I drop it this month. To be honest, it doesn't seem to make a difference even when I work on it. If you've been following me, you know it's an involved piece, so it takes some time to see progress only working on it 5 days a month. So yeah, so that was Sleepy Hollow. Really happy with that progress, because that was, you know, 5 days after work. There was a huge character done, a big tree, and then I even managed to do the leaves in the road. So I'm really happy with that. So that was the first one I worked on. For those who are new, because there are quite a few new subscribers last month from watching Mama, as I said at the beginning, I only have 6 whips and I work off a 30-day rotation, so every single whip is being touched. And for the most part, most things get 5 days, but I have one full coverage that gets 7 and the ornaments get 3. And when you add all them together, it comes to 30. And to decide the order of which I stitch, of what I'm going to stitch at what point in the month, I just spin a wheel on my phone to decide what goes first. So it's just a complete surprise, keeps an element of variation for me. And it's kind of look if it lands on like a weekend or I'm on annual leave or something like that. So yeah, so that was the first one that was spun. Then the next one that was spun was the retreat pattern, which I've done, I finished. So I finished that in the 3 days, so I can't show you that yet. And then I spun again and it picked my next, my first full coverage, Simple Pleasures. So this is a picture of what it'll look like when it's finished. And this is what it looked like last time you saw it, which I think was the first time I'd worked on it. Okay, now for this one, this was what was called for the first week of June. So I've already been stitching on it for 2 days and I want to try and be as accurate as possible and show you the progress in May. So what I've done is took a separate little video of this behind the scenes, because if I showed it you now, you're actually just going to see the start of June's progress, and I want to review May. So I'm going to put a video here of what I got up to on May in it. See you in a minute, guys. Hi guys, as Lauren in the previous video would have just explained, I'm here on the 31st of May in the evening, just doing a little video of where I got up to with Simple Pleasures this month. So this gets 5 days on it a month, and I'm really pleased with my progress. Hopefully you saw a before shot in the main video and you can see a difference. So in 5 days I did 2,147 stitches on this and took it to 4.49%. So this page is now finished. It wasn't last month. And I've actually done a good sizable chunk on the next page, and I'm really happy that you can see some of the blue of the window appearing, because obviously this is quite heavy, kind of hay section above the window. I don't normally park, but I have parked a little bit underneath where I had loads of thread spare and I'd already bled into the next page and didn't really want to go any further with it. So I'll clear them up at some point, but yeah, I've not parked anything over here. I've just ran the thread out and moved into the next pages. But yeah, for 5 days, I think I've done really well. I'm obviously going to show you Barging through later, which is my other full coverage. And I didn't do too dissimilar in stitch amount, and that had 7 days and gets daily 100. So 5 days, you know, some of them work nights. I think 2,147 was really good progress. So really happy with that. And that's Simple Pleasures. So we'll go back to the main video now and look at the next whip. See you in a minute, guys. Okay, thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed that. It was just a little segment, but I think it's come along really well, and that was another project that I was really happy with the progress for 5 days, especially in the evenings. I was really happy with that one, so that's great. So after Simple Pleasures, then it was the Wind and the Willow cell. So this is what it'll look like when it's finished. And this is where we are today. See if I can get this in shot again. Right, I'll open it out again fully. Huge piece. And let's fold in so you can see where I'm up to. So I've just been plodding along with the top right hand corner. this is the very top of that corner, so you can see I have made some headway. I am getting there. I did. Hi guys, sorry for that brunt cut there. The video just stopped for some reason, so I do apologise. As I was saying, yeah, so I did 810 stitches. This was the project that didn't get as much love. So my goal next month is to try as much as possible to reach the top and come over where there's like a line of stitching over the top here. And then after that, I'll probably have a break from the wood and I'll just carry on with this grey on the window pane and just go over to the other side with the grey, and then I'll start again with the brown on the other side. I've kind of accepted that this year, this probably is going to be just getting rid of the boring bits of this piece. So I'll just keep giving it its 5 days and plodding along. I'm working on 32 count ivory murano with this piece. As you saw, it's going to be absolutely stunning when it's finished, but to do that effect, I just need to kind of plod along with the brown. So yeah, I'm getting there. I'm not worrying about it. It's kind of like something I want to complete and I want to achieve, but it's my project that I know is probably just going to sit in circulation for a long time. And like I said, it's a good project to drop occasionally for a month if I'm working on something I really want to get finished. So yeah, so that's Wind of the Willows cell. That's by Paine Free Crafts. They charted that and it's still available if you're interested. Okay, oh yeah, of the 5 days as well with the Wind of the Willows cell, I only actually worked on it 4, so that's another reason I only did 800. Okay, so then I spun the wheel again and it shows my next project, which is the 5th one, and it was Barging through. So this is my other full coverage by Paine Free Crafts, and this is what it'll look like when it's finished. And this is where you saw it last time. Okay, now I've attempted to put this one on a board today to help. I don't know yet how it's going to look, but we'll give it a go. So this is where I'm up to with Barging through. I think you can see it a bit better. You saw it much better in Mama's kitchen. The light's over here, so that's why I'm trying to get it on the right light. It is very hard to see. If I make it darker, you can kind of see that. So it looks lovely in real life. It's just really hard to show you, and it just shows up all its lumps and bumps. But anyway, so that was the start. I'm working on the sky. I've now reached this is Mr. Toad's silhouette, and I finished that silhouette and I'm on to the next page of sky. So I worked on this and I did okay in its rotation, but I actually think I did better on Simple Pleasures and had less time. So I did 1,539 stitches on this and its actual 7-day rotation. And then I worked on it 8 times during the month. I do a daily 100 on this if I can. And I did a daily 100 8 times out of the 31 days of the month. So not great, but it was an extra 800 stitches. So in total, I did 2,639 stitches on this. And we have reached 16.94%. And that's all in sky. Yeah, so it's coming along. I think this will look a lot better and work out. You can see it better once I start adding some colour in. So I checked on Pattern Keeper and I've got this page of sky, but as you can see, it's much shorter. The page goes to about here and this is the end of the sky. So I've got this and then another bit here over another silhouette of some squirrels, and then we've reached the end and we're on the last page, which is a tree. So I just need to, you know, the end is in sight, guys. I think a next rotation or 2, hopefully, sky will be finished. So by end of summer, I'll be going into working on something different, part of it. It's a real shame. I wish you could see, I mean, that might be a bit better. It's hard to see all the swirls of like purple and that, but I think, as I said, once I put more colours in, the backdrop of it will look it'll pop more and you'll be able to see what it looks like to me. But yeah, that's barging through, so that's that done. And then last but not least, Eggs All Around was called, which is my spring pattern. Sorry, the full coverages are stitched on 25 count easy guide. This is both full coverages, and I stitch 2 strands over 1. Okay, so Eggs All Around is a Glendon Place chart. This is the last swing I worked on in May. Beautiful, beautiful chart. This was another one that didn't get its usual progress. I did make some progress, but my goal is I've done so far, if you've not seen before, or before you saw me today, excuse me, I'd done the little eggs and all the vines, and I'd done 2 eggs, and my goal ideally was to try and do, sorry, actually done an egg and a half. So my goal was to do, oh, was it egg and a half? I can't remember now. I can't remember if I'd finished that egg last time. I think I had. But my goal was to try and do an egg and a half a month, and I definitely didn't achieve that this month. I managed to do 3/4 of an egg, but I will show you. So this is where I'm up to with Eggs All Around. I'm sorry for the crease again. I did iron this, but then working on it and being in the bag, it's just creased again. But they'll all get a full iron when they're finished. So this is the egg I worked on this month, this purpley one. You can see that. You can see the line between the bottom where there's a row of beads to go. But yeah, absolutely love this piece. And it's a lot more stitching than it looks. Them eggs are really big, and there is crynic in them as well. So goal next month is to get rid of that egg and then try and do the next one at the bottom, and then that's me done half the big eggs, because there's 8 in total, and that will be 4 done. So if in the 5-day rotation it gets, I can do 1.5 by finishing the other egg. I think that would be great. And this has also got lots of beads to go in at the end. But yeah, I'm loving the piece. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is, I forgot to bring my things, I'm doing this all from memory. 28 count cashel linen. Cashel linen, yeah, I can't remember, sorry, the exact name, but it is a 28 count cashel linen. Oh, I think it might be the call for. Yeah, chrysalis cashel linen, it's the called for. It's the call for linen. So that's it, guys. So on review, not my best month, but it's getting hot. I'm also trying to be a little bit more healthy. Me and my partner have bought an exercise bike, and I'm trying to lose some weight because I want to. So at the moment I'm trying to work, come home, kind of work on me, have tea, and then sit down and stitch. So I'm trying to find my groove with doing both. So that's another thing that affected my stitching. And then, like I said, it's getting warmer. Work's quite busy. But I think on the whole, I'm happy generally with the progress I've made. Everything's moved forward, and there are some projects, like the main ones that need to be, I've moved the way, you know, the amount I needed them forward. The other ones are more just, I'd like them more forward, but it's not a catastrophe. So that's it. So I'm already started June, but I need to sticker it up. So I will see you guys in a month, and we will review June. And in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful stitching month. Stay safe, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye guys. Bye. Bye.